Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for attending my son's wedding. The speeches are going to go in the correct order, starting with Rachel acting as the father of the bride. So, over to you, Rachel.
Okay, wow. Anyway, firstly, thank you all for coming to celebrate Georgie and Ben's wedding. For those of you who don't know me, I am the sister of the broom. I am George's very, very proud big sister. And for you, those of you who do know me, can you please stop looking? Because I can't do this. This isn't good. Anyway, before I go any further, it is my honour on behalf of our entire family, both sides, to welcome Ben to the family. And I am very glad that you are part of our family. So. Anyway, I also want to say how absolutely stunning you look right now. I've never seen you look so happy. You are absolutely gorgeous. And Georgie, you look alright too. Okay? Don't get all big-headed now. Anyway, looking at Georgia now, I genuinely see a smart, caring, kind, confident young woman. But there were definitely times growing up I genuinely worried how she was going to make it past 20. I mean, there was that time that she caught the wrong train to school and ended up in Newport. 3 days in a row. No. And that time we did a general clean of the cupboard and ended up with no crockery. Time where she spent in the period of 6 months, we went through, was it 4 phones? But that hasn't changed. That genuinely has not changed. Sorry, Ben. Pricey. Or that time when I ran through town in my pyjamas to pick her up, only to find her under the table, declaring how much of a heavyweight she was, and that she was, what are you? So hungry you could eat a whole pig? Not an entire pig though, because she likes pigs, much to the delight of everyone in the chip shop watching her spin around in a circle. Not bad. But despite her flaws, genuinely I am very, very privileged to have her as a little sister. And yeah. Stop. But anyway, yeah. No matter how much we may squabble, because we definitely do squabble. Yeah, you got that. Yeah, I'm genuinely very lucky to have her watching my back, to moan to non-stop, and to laugh and drink our wine, I guess, till stupid hours in the morning. And as far as Ben goes, well, I am incredibly glad that she has met him. The second, I'm genuinely surprised how soon he slotted into our little family. He slotted in very well. And it might have been his love for food, or it might have been the fact that he was so enthusiastic, or the fact that he really, really cannot tell a compliment very well. He really can. But I think generally it was how much he loved my little sister. And it's very, very, very clear that they love each other very much, and they've made each other very happy. So, I'm going to stop there because I can't read this, and I'm improvising. So, to the bride and the groom, may they live very, very happily ever after.
Hello, it's me now. Georgia threw away my speech when I was tidying the house. So I'm going to go through like the list I've got on my head. So there's a few people here today. I got one, okay. That we really should thank today. So in no particular order, we've got... No, it's fine, just leave it unopened because people are carrying it home. Who's this one? Oh no, it doesn't have the names on here. We'll go to Mum and Dad. The wedding really wouldn't have been, possible without you guys, especially for all the help and how difficult we've been over the past few months. And this one's for Jackie. I was going down the row. Jackie, here you go. Keep them like this because they're easy to get home. Okay. There's flowers, water, you know. And this one's for Rob and Tina. Thank you for everything. Yeah. No, go on. Can I get a toast for how great Georgia looks today, though? Doesn't she look stunning? Yeah. Cheers, guys. It's been really hard, planning this, especially when you consider Georgia only finished university 2 weeks ago. So she's managed to put all of this out while juggling loads of studying because my eye for detail is just not there. But I don't like doing speeches, and I'm going to pass you on to Sai, who has wrote and brought with him a really good speech. Yeah, apparently.
Okay, so it's time for a best man speech. Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Simon. I've known Ben for about 10 years. I've had that pleasure. And when he asked me to be a best man, I thought, you know what, this is an honour. And I've had a lot of pressure for this speech today. Every week, Ben has been like, have you started writing the speech? Are you writing the speech? Are you writing the speech? And honestly, every week I've been like, nope, not yet. So I started about a week ago, and I had a lot of pressure, and I've been over with Table 8, going through it today. Thanks for the support and drinks. But there's even more pressure, because earlier today, he told me that if I do a good job today, I can be the best man at his next wedding as well. So, talking in front of people is something I'm not that bad at, but apparently Ben is. So, once he had this big part in Bugsy Malone and he was supposed to sing back in primary school. And instead he just danced with a broom. I mean, I don't know all about this, but I heard there's a video. So if anyone's got this video, can you please show me? Because I want to hear I want to see it. Firstly, I'd like to say how great all the bridesmaids look today. Should we give them a clap or a cheer or something? Yeah, there we go. But obviously, you've all been outshone by Georgia because she looks absolutely great. Ben, you're a lucky guy. So everyone knows me and Ben are like two brothers, and we give each other shit all the time, like all the time. And admittedly, Ben, you normally got the upper hand. Yeah? Well, now it's payback time. So I need a canvas to paint my banter on today. Luckily, you're quite a big canvas, so I'm okay. They say that best man's speech should take as long as the room takes to make love. I guess I'm done. Yeah, but in all seriousness, this speech is going to be just like Ben, short and not very funny. When I first met Ben, I was waiting on the bus stop for school, and he was staring at me, and he just didn't stop staring. So I thought, you know what? I'll start talking to him. Hopefully he'll go away. Well, unfortunately he didn't. He's still here. Still stares as well. And funnily enough, later on I find out this is how I met Georgia. Staring at her across the room. Now, two things come to mind. One, talk to people, man. And two, what were you thinking when you were staring at me? But after I started talking to him, I thought, you know what, this guy's pretty switched on. Yeah, he's all right. Boy, was I wrong. When we were in Amsterdam for the stag do, we got off the plane, and obviously we've just got off the plane, we've not drank, we've not done anything yet. We go into the bathroom, and he stood waiting to go in a cubicle, and he sort of looks up and goes to one side, he goes, oh, sorry, mate. Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, it was his reflection in the mirror. We hadn't even drank anything. And Pete saw it all, and he couldn't stop laughing. Oh, mate, honestly. Jesus. You go out for a drink with Ben, everyone's on a pint, let's have a pint. And he's like, oh yeah, gin and tonic, please. I lived with Ben in Georgia for about 3 months last year. I'm going to leave it at that, actually. Yeah, let's just leave it as that. But to be honest, for those of you who talk to Ben for any sort of period of time, he's a bit like a shit Wikipedia. Like, if there's something that no one cares about, and no one even really thinks about, Ben knows it. And even if he doesn't know it, he just makes it up until you think he does. But in all seriousness, Ben, can you see the heron? Can you see the heron? Sorry, we're on the stag do. I'll give you a bit of background. We're on the stag do, and Ben keeps going, there's a heron over there. There's a heron. And we're all there, all of us like, no, there's nothing there, mate. And we're winding him up. Oh, yeah, we see the heron. None of us saw the heron. As we're about to leave, heron flies away. I don't know what happened. As we're all about the stag do, cheers for coming on the stag do, lads. When I was planning the stag do, I took it very seriously, and I took a lot of time planning every detail of the stag do. Every minute was planned for the stag do. For those who don't know, I did not plan anything except for the flights there and the flights back. And the hotel. The hotel was all right. When you think of Amsterdam, there's a lot of research you have to do beforehand. So I'd like to thank Shane and Will for that. And of course, Mary Jane. We can't forget that. And when we were in Amsterdam, we managed to get Ben in a window with a fine-looking specimen. That was the best waffle I ever had, honestly. We drizzled it in chocolate and white chocolate, and it's just so good. Yeah, that was the only window. Don't worry, guys. It's all right. Now that they're married, Ben and Georgia are together for better or worse. And I think that's quite fitting because, Ben, you couldn't have really done any better. And, gee, you couldn't have done much worse, to be honest. And at this point, I'm going to offer my condolences and say, don't worry, I'm here to help. And I've written down here to say something nice about how they're great as a couple, but I think today is a great way to showcase how great they are as a couple, because I think today's been amazing. And I think that even though George has been at uni and Ben's been at work, I think today's absolutely great. And like, I walked in this morning, I walked in the room, it just looks amazing. And the whole day looks absolutely great. In all seriousness, Ben's a great laugh to be around. But he's a lot more than that. He's a kind and thoughtful guy, a shoulder to cry on in the bad times, someone to consult and definitely not listen to in the bad ones. Definitely not. I'm the best man today, but he's a close second, I guess. So yeah, a toast to Ben and Georgia.
Bride and groom.
Thank God that's over.
Right. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, as father of the groom, I'm going to make a little speech as well. How unaccustomed I am to public speaking, of course. Yeah. Ben, you've been an absolutely fantastic son to me for the last 23 years. Well, last 3 years anyway. And today is about you stepping out as a man with your wife. I've always wanted another child, and I've got a new daughter. I'm just happy I don't have to change your nappies. I'd like to welcome you into the family. Today is not your family, my family, it's our family. It's two families coming together as one. And I'd like to welcome your mother, your father, your stepfather, and all the extended family, your sisters, into the family. G, today you became a lock. And on behalf of my wife and I, we'd like to offer you the official key to the Lock family. Corny, I know, but it's fitting. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've all had an enjoyable day today. It's been one of the proudest days of my life. And thank you all very much. Enjoy the evening. I know you will. The DJ we've got for tonight is fantastic. It's not me. That's right. And I know Jo, she looks absolutely amazing. She's the second best looking woman in the room tonight. Obviously, G is the first because she's wearing the white dress. But thank you all very much indeed. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And we've now got to leave the room so they can change it around. So I'm going to ask our bride and groom to lead us out of the room. And we'll be back in here in about an hour's time. So thank you all very much. I'll see you in a bit.